about to go live. Live. Clicking on the buttons that I'm clicking on. Clicked on the buttons very nicely. I did. And now things are happening inside my computer. Although they were happening before as well. Because software doesn't really exist on account of it not actually being a physical thing. So it's all hallucinations of us. Real hallucinations, but still. Play the game, computer. I should have muted my speakers. I'm gonna mute my speakers. I muted my speakers. I forgot to move my thing. I need to get a thing for my thing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Welcome to the stream, Harry. Want to see something unsettling? He says. I'm clicking on a link that Harry sent on chat, and it is military trucks on the streets of what I assume is Romania. Trying to remember. There's a lot of trucks there. Romania, yes, it is true. I was right. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. Military or no. And hopefully your democracy isn't collapsing. Like in Hungary or something. Or bombs falling on you. That's a thing as well in some countries. Why can't I hear anything? You can hear things. Why can't I hear things? I find the button. There we go. Found the button. Twist it. Why do you speak like Bob Ross today? Because I'm not live yet. I'm not live yet, so I can speak however I like. And then when I go live, I assume douchebag mode. Which is my normal mode for thing. If you referred to the game music just now, yeah, I just started playing. Yeah, it was just then. I think it was just then. Maybe, I don't know. We're good. The pachapa. Oh, I need to time the thing. Left, right, left, right, left, right. It's gonna be fun for me to find where that is on the recording that I am recording. Because I'm doing a Let's Play on YouTube for Oblivion, as you know. Welcome to the stream, everybody. How's it going? Because I'm doing a Let's Play, I don't remember where I was doing, what I was doing last time around. Hopefully I wasn't stuck in a buggy quest. Oh, I was buying things for my house. I remember that. Up, up, down, down, left, 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 right, BA. The BA, I don't know what it is for. Is that for Super Mario Bros. 3? I think there's one for Sonic. I don't remember which one it is for Sonic. I believe it is up, down, left, right, ABC, start all at the same time. The famous Konami code. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. For Contra, Deerhorn, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, I don't never played the Contra. I need to find somebody's blood to suckle on, because otherwise it's just a bad thing. Oh, that's right. Last stream I didn't go anywhere because I had to suck some blood to advance. We were also doing meeting everybody. So this stream is gonna be about us meeting everybody, doing some side quests and whatnot. But it's gonna be Colin Lel. Welcome to the streamer Air4 Manu or Era Manu. I don't know. Welcome on in. So yeah, we're meeting everybody in Oblivion. Finally, after many hours, 70-something hours, I'm going around getting to know everybody because that's how we get quests. And we did get some quests last episode.
Okay.
How are you? Okay. That wasn't even I'm okay. No, it was just okay. Contra and Mario were amazing. Play them on a Terminator console, one of those Famiclone we had in the 90s in Eastern Europe, or 4 or nothing. I am more Wario. I did not play on Famiclones, but I do know somebody who had one, and I saw it once, but I didn't play on it. I played on a Nintendo console. I never had Nintendo consoles. I only had one console, really, which was the Sega Saturn. But never had. I never knew anybody that had it, that had one. And oh, I'm in the wrong place. Awfully sorry. It's this. But I did play. I did play on a Nintendo, I think. Might have been a SNES. Or Super Nintendo, rather. Okay, let's wait for our unsuspecting victim to pass us by and go to sleep right in front of us, and then we'll suck their blood. That's how it works. In the world of Oblivion, we're looking for Grand Soul Gems that are empty so that I can get rid of this nonsense. Because it's just a pain in the butt, really. Done. Wait for daylight so I can go to shops and whatnot. My first... I think I played on... it is a console, right? The Commodore 64 is a console? I played Miss Pac-Man. That was my first game at the age of 6 or something. Or 7.
Hi.
I played Miss Pac-Man on a Commodore 64. I think it was a Commodore 64. Hello.
What can I do for you?
I need... you can't do anything right now.
Farewell.
It's just gonna stay in front of me. My god, this game. There we go. No, it's still there. My god, this creep.
Get your black.
That's the weirdest thing. Spent hours looking at each other.
Are you not feeling well?
I'm not feeling well, no. I want to go to a shop, and apparently I can't. Because I want to buy things from a house. My rubbish house. The worst house. The one... Seriously?
What?
Get on with life, dude. What's wrong with him? This game and its pathfinding... Not pathfinding, but character thingy. The Commodore was a personal computer. Well, there we go. It wasn't a console. And then I played...
Are you not?
I never played any Nintendo console. I know I played the Wii. That's a classic. I'm so done with you. What is this guy doing? What is that? Why is he doing that? I played the Wii, and that's that. I've been meaning to buy a Nintendo Switch, but I don't think I will, honestly. It's a tremendous pain in the ass to find cheap games for consoles in general. And the Nintendo Wii is no exception. And just PC gaming is so much cheaper. It's unbelievable. It's so ridiculously cheaper. That's why, like, that's one of the things that I never understood and never agreed with, is people saying that PC gaming is too expensive. First off, in terms of hardware, it isn't. I did a calculation, and until I started splurging money in computer parts, which was after I started my YouTube channel, because the YouTube channel now pays for my splurging in computer parts, which I am very thankful for. This guy's just standing out in the open, and it's unbelievable. So before I started splurging money on computer parts, I had spent, on average, 130 euros a month. Sorry, a month. 130 euros a year to sustain my hardware for my computer. And that's while accounting. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I don't need to do this. I forgot. We have the skeleton key. If you're a vampire, how come you can walk around in made of daylight? Because I drink blood, and blood revitalizes me. So I did a calculation, and I summed up all the money I spent on computers. And that's basically all of it, like on keyboards and on mice, and my screens, my webcams, everything. And it's a lot. I think it's like 3,000, 4,000 over the years. At the time, I don't remember exactly the number. And then I subtracted the price I paid for my first computer, very first computer back in 2004. Except I didn't subtract the price of the graphics card, which is unfair because I would have to have a graphics card. And also the graphics card that I bought was a really cheap graphics card anyway. But it was more expensive than it had to be. So, you know, the graphics card is what you need to game, and I had a decent computer. So I was pretending that I would have had the same computer for like 10 to 15 years. No, 10 years to be more precise. 10, 12 years. I think it was 12 years. It was 12 years since my first computer. And I divided that by the amount of months, and it turned out that I had spent 120 euros or 130. I think it was 120 or 130 euros a year to game. And that's outside of the games. How is that more expensive than consoles? When you account like just for the hardware. It is more expensive than consoles just for the hardware, to be fair. But if you want to have all the consoles, it isn't. But then the games, just the games. The games is what I like. You want to buy Darkest Dungeon? Right now. $5. Amazing game.
Get out of here.
I know, but... Excuse me. I want to buy things. Why are you weird?
What can I do for you? Good day.
Maybe it was his day off or something. I mean, I guess I can understand that. People do need a day off. Lovely night. So yeah, ramble about... Oh, I had the biggest ramble today. I was recording Disco Elysium. And I rambled about all the things. Hi.
Be happy to help you.
You really be not. You really be not. However, I do have a thing for you.
Bye.
This is the invisibility one. I'm so sorry.
Be happy to help you.
Be not.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
He does say it in a really weird way, doesn't he? The Helm of Deep Delver. Of the Deep Delver. Interesting things in here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the things that I'm looking for. But that doesn't mean it's a problem, because I'm...
Good day.
Hi! What? Where's your... What? Where's your brother? Excuse me. What? course, it's never a good idea to do this. Because then they freak out. Oh, he's in the ceiling. Of course he is. Of course, of course. Hi. Excuse me. Hi.
Tertullian, Sergius, and Cicero, the three Verus brothers. I'm Sergius.
And we met before, but I just need... Excuse me. I need something.
Too. It's my...
You're really the hardest thing to work with.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
They are terrible prices. He sells an Akaviri blade. That's an interesting one. Does integrate armor for 1 million? It is not even that expensive. So, how about... Oh, he sucks at selling things. That's so adorable. Adorable.
You don't expect me to make...
I do expect you to make. But we can work that out. PC are 100% superior over consoles. A PC has more power, you can upgrade it, and you can also do so much other things. And then, yeah, I was talking about as if I would still have to buy a computer. That's why I was not counting the price that I paid for my base computer. My video editing PC, I made from secondhand components, minus the power source, which is brand new. Good call. 300 euros, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of VRAM, i7 CPU. It's a secondhand, so it is probably a good thing, actually. 1 terabyte hard drive, in one case integrated card reader. You need an SSD on that, especially for video editing. Or at least if you can get another terabyte hard drive, you can do... what's the word? RAID. You can do RAID. That's what I have, actually.
You don't expect me to make...
And it works pretty well. It's not... like, I can use it too much. It's 1080p game... video, and it's all compressed, so it's not that big of a deal. I do have NVMe SSDs. There it is. That do help, but I don't use them for video editing because I'm a cheapskate and I don't want to use them up. Let's see what else. 1 case integrated card reader, but I'm going to order a Switch next month because here Kellogg's has a nice promotion. I don't actually know what Kellogg's is. Every box of cereal, I know what Kellogg's is, comes with a Switch game coupons discount. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Good stuff. Take advantage of that. I'm gonna sell you my glass longswords, although his prices are a little bit rubbish. Well, I'm gonna sell them.
That's more...
You can shut up and take my stuff. Everything is good. Yeah. Now I can buy all of these. Not a fan of SSDs. I'm old school. Oh, you have to have SSDs. First off, they don't fail. Like, right off the bat, SSDs. I mean, they do fail. That's a lie. But they don't mechanically fail, which is the biggest problem with computer parts or with hard drives. So, like, it's just so much safer. It's just incredibly safer. Then they're super fast for another. You absolutely have to, like, for general computing, you need an SSD because it's just so much better. But you can get past that because you're just used to the speed that you have, and that's fine. If you get yourself an SSD for video editing, though, you just get a lot better scrub performance. So if you're just like trying to go past big amounts of footage, imagine you record like 2 hours of content and you just want to scrub through it. You just need constant output, and the hard drives are not too bad for that. But they're not ideal. Even the biggest buffered hard drive is not going to be ideal for that. So SSD is just a lot better. And even SATA SSDs, the traditional ones that you connect to the same outputs that the hard drives connect to, even those, they're not fast enough. You want NVMe because those can actually get to proper speeds. And you absolutely have to have SSDs.
That's a good deal.
And now I have all the parts for my house.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you, Mr. Veras in the sky. I guess I will see you too. Oh, Oblivion. Oblivion. At least I'm not burning, so it's a good thing. My problem with SSDs is that in time they get slower and slower. That's not with time. That's with the size of the SSD, and that you can fix that. If you buy a normal, not like a super cheap SSD, you can do allocation. Like usually 10%, 20% is good enough. Imagine you have a terabyte, an SSD that's a terabyte, and you just get like 100 to 200 gigabytes. Unallocated, or it's literally unallocated. You just don't allocate it, and the SSD and Windows takes care of it, and it never gets slower. Even when it gets slower, it's still incredibly faster than it's not incredibly faster. If it's a traditional SATA, it's not incredibly faster than a hard drive, but it is slower for writes. That's very important. It's not slower for reads, which is the thing that you want, especially for video editing, and also just for common performance. It's slower for writes, though. There are newer SSDs that are different, though. Like, for example, I have a terabyte NVMe SSD that's from Intel. They always had SSDs, but there's a new type, which is called multi-layer cell, or multi-level cell, MLC, instead of, like, triple-layer cell or dual... What is it? No, QLC, not multi-layer. Multi-layer is 2. There's a single layer cell. There's the multi-layer cell, which is 2. There's the triple layer cell, which is 3, and then there's the quad layer cell, which is what Intel has. But the way Intel does it, and the problem with the quad layer cell is that they do get slower. They're just slower. They're flat out slower than normal single layer. What you want is single layer, but they don't have as much durability, and it's not necessarily the best thing. And what Intel does with those NVMEs is that they, instead of writing to every cell in every 4 layers for every like bits of data, which would be slow, they write for 4 cells independently, and then write it all when the drive gets in idle. When it goes into idle, they just compact it all, so it's just mostly fast. Unless you're like in continued writes. Like, for example, if the drive is empty, you can write at the maximum speed. It's really fast. You can write at maximum speed like 300 gigabytes. I think they did benchmarks. So it's like 200 or 300 gigabytes of data, and you can write that at the maximum speed. And once you reach that, it's actually 250 because it would be the quad layer. So it's a terabyte divided by 4. So what they do is those 250 are very fast, and then after that, it's very, very slow. It's actually really, really slow. It's slower than a hard drive, but that's only if you're writing a lot of data. But the thing is, like, for example, I have mine at 700 gigabytes filled up, so I have only 300 gigabytes of data left, or free space. So if I write, let's see, 300 over 4, that would be 65? No, 70? 72.5. So 72 gigabytes. If I write anything that's bigger than 72 gigabytes, the hard drive will get slow. Or not the hard drive, the SSD gets slow. So it is important to know the size of the SSD, or rather how full up it is, and especially for QLC SSDs. But apart from that, you're good to go. Especially if it's not QLC. If it's not QLC, you're good. You're golden. Like, easily the most important part in a modern computer, or in a computer that you have, if it's slow, it's the SSD. Like, I have a computer over here, the computer that's doing the streaming right now. It's not a fast computer. I can tell you the specs. Actually, it's better than the computer that I had before. So the computer I had before, it's over there. I've been meaning to refurbish it for my dad. I bought an SSD for it. The computer I had before, it is an FX 6300. So it's a very old computer. It had 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the graphics card doesn't matter because it had like my old one. It doesn't matter the graphics card, but that's the computer. You put an SSD on it, it does everything, and it does streaming. It did everything. Now this one is an i5 4th generation Haswell, 4670. No. 4670, that's how it is. 4670K with 16 gigabytes of RAM. So it's a pretty decent computer. And it was always fast. And it is fast right now. It does the things. But It's the SSD, man. I actually use that CPU and RAM without an SSD, and it is a big improvement over what I had before. I had a Core 2 Duo E6550, and it is a big improvement. But the SSD is the thing that changed everything. At the time, for me, the SSD was like I was used to waiting for everything in a computer. And when I got the SSD, I stopped being used to wait for the computer. I didn't know there was a next level of performance, which is what I have right now, which is not waiting for big, heavy applications. I like modern computing just gets me completely spoiled because I don't wait for like I open Photoshop, I open Premiere, I have immense amount of things open. Because I also have 32 gigabytes of RAM. But like I'd never wait for anything. It's like I wait for me. I wait for me to catch up, and it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It just completely changes the way I approach the computer. Because, you know, I never think about what the computer is doing, because it just does it. It's unbelievable. Was that worth it? Why is the stone pitcher on the floor? I don't know. Suppose it was worth it. Oh well, we have a house now that we can sleep in. Not that we had a problem with sleeping in, but anyway. Good stuff. Vanilla gameplay. Jeez, that's hardcore. Welcome to the stream, Humpastarts. Or Humpastara. It is vanilla, but I do have graphical mods. And I'm doing a Let's Play at the same time as well on my YouTube. I'm recording like all of this so I can then edit just the quest bits and the fun bits and the good things.
You have words?
Sratha! What is up? What is up? And the last time around, we were doing the, we did the market district. We went around the market district, talked to everybody, and just got as many quests as I could from there. I actually did a quest that I didn't know about. Somebody suggested it in the comments in chat, which was sleeping in the bloated float. Cool. I found your YouTube channel. Found that before your stream. Thank you. And also, welcome to the Twitch channel. I do get most people coming from there because Twitch is very difficult to get discovered in Twitch. Well, I say it's very difficult. I don't know. I've been doing Twitch for, it's gonna be 3 years now. It's gonna be 4 years now. Three or 4. I don't remember actually. I don't remember. My first game was my first full game anyway was
This had better be good.
was The Witcher 3. Fighting chance that we're no wait, what? Where are we? Market district. Okay, we're going next here. And it's just I don't really know how to get discovered here on Twitch. Well, I know that you need to stream at least 6 hours a day every day, which is something I don't do. Most definitely, no one understands the algorithms, I'm fairly sure. Also, European time zone sure make things difficult. I have noticed that, yes. It's complicated. I just the thing about streaming is that it's that crime doesn't pay. No, the thing about streaming, they hate me. The guards are the worst people. The thing about streaming is that it is just fundamentally a different type of content. You put a lot of you put a lot of work in it, but the way it's enjoyed, it's always gonna be okay, good. The way streams are enjoyed are always gonna be less involved, I suppose. It's not less involved.
You should leave.
I should. I'm very sorry. Well, I guess that's that. No, I really should go upstairs. Let's save scum. I just want to make sure. I'm not missing anything. That's all I'm really looking for, is just making sure that I don't miss stuff. And I didn't. Okay. And you know, the end result is that a Let's Play remains for the future a lot better than streams do. Not only because streams are in the moment, but rather it's just like, even if you put your videos on YouTube so people can watch, it's not the same watching a stream that has been streamed already as watching a normal Let's Play, you know? And so, like, I know I know some people like it.
By Azura, by Azura, by Azura! Yes! Oh, great and mighty grandchild.
He's here.
Is there something you need? Can I carry your weapon? Shine your boots? Back rub, perhaps?
Beat it, kid. I don't need a fan.
Oh, gee.
He's just here. Oh, no. Yeah, I told him to beat it. He's just staying there for a while. Dante, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. And so, yeah, basically, as a matter of the distinction between streaming and YouTube, as a matter of, like, not pride, but, you know, just working towards something, I think my YouTube channel is a lot more durable than streams are.
Speak.
And streams are good, but it's just different. It's a different type of
Crime
content.
doesn't pay.
I hate you all. Like, I do.
Farewell, citizen.
No talk, only train.
Sorry, friend. No time to talk.
I talked to them already, I think. They're just punching each other a little bit in the face. So I talked to everybody inside of the arena, so we're good. Let's move on to the next one. Stupid question, says Harry. Can I watch on Twitch your streams for, let's say, 2 years ago? No, you cannot. Only 2 weeks. 2 weeks and they disappear. But if you want to watch my streams, you can go to my YouTube channel and they are there. All of them are... No, actually not all of them. There's one stream that is not there. But some of them are not visible. Like there's some Battle Brothers streams that I didn't upload or didn't... Actually, they are there, but they're just not visible. But there's one stream that I didn't put there, which was... Holy crap. Which was a Fallout 76 stream that I did once with Count Christo. And, I don't remember who else it was. And Fallout 76 is horrendous. And I didn't even bother putting it there. Mostly because it got copyright infringed thingy. Did you know about the unarmed bonus if you watch those 2 fights for a few minutes? Yes, I did. I did it already. That's one way I actually got strength before. I did that. I didn't optimize it very well, but I did it. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little detail.
Are you not feeling well?
Are you not feeling well, you piece of junk? These guards.
I'm saving up enough for some medicine.
Have you heard any rumors?
I talked to a traveling merchant the other day. He told me there's been...
He has not. Class is perfect. Welcome to the stream. Or Classic is perfect. Welcome on in. Harry, you did what? Fallout 76 outrageous to the pitchforks.
Dolora
Mutsera?
Athram. I came here
And
with
let's
you
burn this
15
man.
years ago.
Don't worry, I can tell you in a little bit about it. Quite, can you tell me about the Imperial City?
Morrowind is still living in the Second Era. I can't believe how they treat Khajiit and Argonians. Here we are Imperial citizens, nothing less.
Yes, I do note that you're not a Khajiit or an Argonian.
Good day.
I don't know what's the...
Go ahead, please.
So what I did with Fallout 76, I was playing, and I had some fun, because I was playing with other people. I was playing, but I was...
Taxides Afranius. My brothers and I share a house in the Temple District.
Good. In these times of want, I suppose sharing a house with your brothers is a good way to do it.
It is a very fashionable address, of course, but we live simply.
It's fine. It's good. very fashionable address. It's such a weird way of putting it.
Yes?
So what I did with Fallout 76, I was so exasperated by the soundtrack and by everything that the game
I had a commission from the Emperor to...
game threw at me
There are rumors that there is a...
that I muted the game and put on the background the soundtrack of Fallout 1 and 2, just on loop, and I had the blast. I loved it. I loved it. The soundscape was just immensely improved. Absolutely adored it. Didn't hear a single thing from the game, hence I'm so glad for it. There's like, for not only is the soundtrack tremendously awful, but also just the sound effects are bad and irritating. And what time is it? No, it's good. It's good time. And the just the people talking. They talk even though everybody's dead, and I'm like, no, never, don't do that. So I didn't hear to that, and I didn't mind the game as much. Those hairs and mustache styles, oh my god, yeah, it's added by a couple of mods actually. It's a bit of a kerfuffle to get it all working, but yeah, it's like it's supposed to be lore friendly and whatnot. But how lore friendly is it really? Because I don't see anybody in a mohawk like they had in Daggerfall Arena. Colonel, I wanted to ask you, you're planning on playing Red Dead Redemption 2? It's not a traditional RPG, but it's an absolutely amazing game, which you definitely would enjoy. I maybe actually would enjoy doing a Let's Play of it more than anything. More than necessarily playing it, or by myself, I should say. But I'm not planning on doing it. It's just not. It's not what I usually play. I still haven't played. I basically haven't played anything from Rockstar since GTA 4. Really, just I don't know. It's yeah, I haven't played anything from them in a long while. The biggest problem for me is the price of the games. Like, I've been meaning to buy GTA 5 for a while so I could play it, but I haven't been able to find it at a price that I find acceptable, really.
How are you?
Hi.
What?
Just wanted to talk to you, that's all.
Take care.
Go ahead, please.
Talking to these people over here.
You too.
Well met.
Specifically in regards to GTA 5.
You too.
They earn so much money with it that it really should be, actually by now it should be free, but it isn't. So yeah. And Red Dead Redemption is also a very expensive game. It's an enormous game for sure, but like that's also not really the part of the game that I enjoy. There's a lot of dead time in that game, and yeah, open world games tend to be difficult. Morrowind, for example, is a very difficult game to do a Let's Play of, and that's the reason why I'm doing it on Twitch, because there's so much going around and doing nothing. It's just part of the game, you know. But for a Let's Play, it's very complicated. Let's wait until morning.
Pardon me. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I was sent to ask for your help.
Were you? Who are you?
Where are my manners? I'm Rosa Norvalo. My husband, Gillen, has requested that I find you and ask if you'd assist him.
How can I help?
Normally, I wouldn't approach a total stranger like this, but Gillen seemed so insistent. Please, forgive my audacity.
Oh, it's all right. Continue.
Thank you. Gillen always tends to exaggerate, but in this case he sounded earnest, which worries me a bit. He said to tell you that the matter he needs help with is of the utmost importance to the citizens of the Imperial City. You're to meet him at Seradur's house, which is located in the Temple District. He said all will be explained when you get there. That's all he told me to say.
Don't worry, I'll go.
Thank you.
No choices.
I'm sure he'll be pleased.
We're given no choices.
I must go now. Good day to you.
To you as well. What an interesting turn of events. People talking to me in the streets of the temple district, in fact, as I wait for morning. Huh. Which house is it? Is it this one? Seradur's house. Hi.
It's an honor to finally meet you. When I heard you were in town, I just had to send for your help. Your reputation precedes you. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I am Seradur.
Pleased to meet you, Seradur.
Likewise. Sorry to send Gillen's wife to get you in that manner, but it seems safer if we weren't seen on the streets right now. If you'll come with me.
And this quest is written immediately very differently from every other quest. Also, he hates me for some reason. Because it has a normal dialogue, but no choices, interestingly enough. It's very clear this game was designed by many people, and they didn't have chats with each other. They just did quests. Very well, lead on.
Splendid. Watch your step.
I do prefer this type, though. A lot more. What do you mean, watch my step? I prefer this type a lot more than just them talking at me, pretending that I'm having any input. Because a lot of characters sometimes just talk at me. And that's that. That's the quest. That's them talking at me for a bit.
I'm honored by your presence.
Hi.
Welcome. You're now in the sanctuary of the Order.
Thank you for the follow, Sabi.
Few outside us.
I'm sorry I didn't call it out immediately.
In our hallowed.
And also, Chaz the Mexican. Thank you for the follow.
We are, for lack of a
Welcome
better
to the stream, everybody.
defenders. We guard the city from an infestation that plagues it. We are vampire hunters. I'm sure you are familiar with these despicable beings, feeding on the innocent as if they were cattle. Well, this group was formed to combat them. Alas, we are but 3 old men, not able to match the fighting prowess of a vampire. We lack the strength to defeat them in battle.
Really?
Our goal is to root out the vampires that live in our fair city.
I'm a
far,
vampire.
We've been unsuccessful finding one, until now. It's come to the Order's attention.
It'd be so cool to have a twist that I was the
Jensen
vampire.
is a vampire, and has
Because
already
that would be a
claimed one
proper
victim.
good thing.
That's where
It'd be
you
so
come
good.
in. We want you to slay this vampire and cleanse the city of his filth before he can feed or kill again.
Roland Genseric, you say?
A few nights ago, I was roaming the city as I often do.
You found a fan club, a little bit.
Of a vampire.
Talking about vampires. In the series, What We Do in the Shadows. I have not. I haven't heard of
I
it.
rushed into the back.
Welcome to
garden
the stream,
find
Don Moratti,
Roland
by the way.
Struggling with a woman he'd been courting. I tried to intervene, but he was too strong. He threw his lover to the ground and turned his attention on me. Luckily, I managed to run back into the street and escape his.
Mockumentary about vampires. Oh, that's cool.
I hid for a while and then returned.
Yeah,
to
I don't
the
watch
garden.
much television or any
Roland was
television
gone,
anymore.
And the woman was dead. She had 2 puncture marks on the nape of her neck. That's when I realized he was a vampire. The Order needs you to track him and destroy him.
How do I find him?
I would start by searching his home. He hasn't been there for days, so it should be safe. Return to us here if you have questions. We meet at night.
That's pretty good. So we're hunting this vampire.
Vampires are nasty creatures. They drink the blood.
I've been meaning to watch Chernobyl.
True nature.
I really want to watch
Such
Chernobyl,
trickery makes them difficult to
but
find.
I haven't watched. I haven't
You may
had the
ask
time yet.
Gillen Norvallo or Greythroat about these creatures as well. They've
Most of
learned-
my watching has been taken up by. So what about this Roland Genseric?
His home is located
Most of my
in
watching
the
has been
temple
taken up by
Right
tabletop
across the
RPGs on Twitch
My home.
and on YouTube. Actually, a lot of
Ironic, isn't
a lot of the stuff I watch is from the things that were streamed on Twitch and then put on YouTube. So yeah, that's where most of my stuff, and at least passive entertainment comes from.
Who knows when Roland may strike again? You must hurry.
I must.
This is an unwelcome surprise.
Heard any news lately?
The King and Queen Tavern isn't a bad place to stay if you're visiting the city. My knowledge is at your disposal.
They all have the same voice. Also, they hate me. Why do you hate me?
This better be good.
My god. Yeah, I'm hunting Roland Genseric.
Roland was always a quiet man. It was only recently he'd met that young lady. Poor girl. We must avenge her death.
We must indeed. Vampires are ever so terrible.
It's said that the bite of a vampire has the chance of infecting the victim. If this occurs, they'll become a vampire in a few days. Be cautious.
Mm-hmm.
Vampires are clever, so watch your back.
Clearly he's not.
How can I be of service?
I don't know. Have you heard any rumors?
Amantius Electus is complaining about crime in the city. Someone actually broke into his house and stole his diary.
It might have been me. What about Roland Genseric? Did he get his diary stolen?
Roland was very much the loner. He never married and was rarely seen outside his house. I'm surprised his secret wasn't discovered sooner.
Vampires are very easy to spot.
A vampire cannot exist in the daylight for long. As the sun's rays strike his flesh, it will burn as if on fire.
It will, and smoke a little bit. Goodbye.
Be ever vigilant. Vampires are creatures of deceit.
Anything you require, you're welcome to it.
Am I? I'm really not, you jerks. You guys. Anyway, let's see this Genseric, mister. Well, actually, we're not gonna see him.
What is it, citizen?
Nothing. I don't know why there are two guards all of a sudden over there. We're not gonna see him. We're gonna go to his house. And, find out what's going on. Perfect. I do love having the skeleton key. I have arrived at Roland Genseric's house. I should begin to search the place for any clues as to his whereabouts. No clues. Handbill. When you need protecting, wear armor. That's the way. Apples, onions, lard, cheese, and milk. I mean, ooh, there's something here. A love letter from Ralphina. My dearest Roland, I cannot wait for you to return from Bravil. My heart swells with joy as I know we will once again soon be together. I yearn for you every night that I look beside me in my bed, and you are not there. How I wish I could have taken the journey with you, but I understand that these are dangerous times, and I would only slow you down. When you return, perhaps we should get away from the chaos of the Imperial City. Let's go back to that cabin in the woods, the one where you said we would always be safe from the world, the one where you took me in your arms and sang songs of moonlight and happiness, the one where you said, quote, I love you, unquote. Hurry, my love, Ralphina. I guess I found what I had to find. I'll take the opportunity to find something else as well, I suppose. I mean, we are in the basement of a vampire, after all. So... Huh. A curious place. It's got a bar down here. What's that? Skooma? Strong potion of sea stride. Strong potion of might. That's an interesting thing that we find skooma over here. I don't know why I took it, but I mean, it's skooma. It's not very common. Sorry, I'm bumping against the wall there. Let's see in the bedroom, because all these houses have the same layout, so we know it's a bedroom up here. Actually, it's a living room and a bedroom sometimes. Ooh, a very hard chest. Human blood, maybe. No, just a silver plate. Recipe? Potion of Restore Fatigue. Very normal house. A jewelry box. Huh. Curious. Anyway, we know where he is. And I also have... silver plate that I don't want. He's gonna spot it. He's gonna see, somebody was here. There's a silver plate in the middle of the thing. Are we supposed to go to Braville? No, we're supposed to go to Roland Genserix's cabin. Curious. I do collect all the skooma in every Elder Scrolls game for no reason. In Morrowind, it's a bit of a pain. Because people don't trade with you if you have skooma or not moonshine. Moon sugar. But, yeah. It's a good way of making money. I don't remember there being... I think there is skooma in Skyrim, isn't there? In all movies, going to the cabin in the woods was a very bad idea. Yes, it was. There's even a movie called Cabin in the Woods, where it is a very bad idea. And I've never seen it. At least I don't think so. Unless it's that movie that ends with a giant hand coming out of the earth. If it is that, I think I've seen it once, and it's the stupidest movie ever. Although horror movies tend to be really dumb. But sometimes they're dumb and fun. Like that one with the vampire in the Arctic. Was it an Arctic base? Yeah, it's somewhere in the Arctic. It's like vampires, and the ending is dumb as hell, but it was fun. And there's also another one in Antarctica, but that's not vampires, that's a different thing. We have found Roland Genserix's cabin. I have arrived at Roland's cabin. I should proceed inside to see if he's there. I should be cautious, as Senator warned me that vampires could be very dangerous. Yeah, it's a good thing I am a vampire myself, then. Because, you know, I'm also very dangerous. Also, I have fire, which vampires don't like. I believe he is indeed here. Let me just heal a little bit. You never know. Darkest darkness. He's not waking up. I'm not even sneaking. What is that? A flawless diamond. These gems that shine. Ever so endearing. I mean, he may be a vampire, but I can still feed off of him. Never pass up an opportunity. Excuse me, sir. Hi.
Go away. I know what you're here for.
Go away.
Just leave me alone.
If you know what I'm here for, then why are you telling me to go away? You're a vampire.
Vampires? Why would you ask
That's
me
the
about
movie.
those filthy creatures?
Is it the movie? Okay. Yeah, so, really dumb. Seridus says you're a vampire.
That bastard. Seridus dares accuse me of
It's a
being
very
a vampire.
limp
Me?
reaction.
He's
That
the one who is
bastard.
the vampire.
He's the one who's the vampire. I mean, you definitely don't look like a vampire. I can spot a vampire a mile away. But you're all drunk out of your face if you think any of you is a vampire then.
I can't believe him. I knew he would try and pin this on me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Calm down and explain, Roland.
I'm sorry. I've been hiding up here in this cabin and I've forgotten my manners. Try and understand. I loved her. I'd never harm her.
In a couple of months after we spend so much time in isolation, we're gonna all forget our manners. Just gonna go around not explaining anything to anybody and just not introducing ourselves properly.
When she started taking walks in the garden at night, I became suspicious. I didn't want to lose her. I should have trusted her. Oh, Relfina.
What happened that night?
Yes, I must let someone else know. That night, I decided to follow Relfina. I wanted to see where she went on her walks. When she stopped in the garden and Serida stepped out of the shadows, my heart sank. Then suddenly he was upon her. She seemed entranced as he wrapped his arms around her and sank his teeth into her neck. I burst from my hiding place and attacked Seridor. He became startled for a moment and tossed Relfina aside. She fell to the ground, and I heard a sickening crack as her head struck a stone. I was no equal to Seridor. He knocked me down in one quick movement.
The one in Antarctica is John Carpenter's
saw
The
him laugh
Thing.
and then
I
run
think
away.
it is The Thing, yes.
No,
Which is
I
an
know
amazing
why he didn't
reinterpretation of
finish
the
me that
original
night.
and amazing
He
50s
wanted
movie
to cast
The Thing.
suspicions on me instead.
A third outstanding reinterpretation of The Thing is the B-movie Horror Express with Christopher Lee that I think I've watched as well. Peter Cushing and Telly Savalas. They made this one just as fun as a fun side project, but but when you have such big names, the movie turned up amazingly entertaining. I like my movie watching experience is super spotty, but I did watch some good stuff. Stuff at least that I think is good. But I just like there's so much of the mainstream stuff that I never watched, and especially I think, and because it's not like I've seen mainstream stuff. My favorite movies are The Lord of the Rings, and like, what is more mainstream than The Lord of the Rings? Yes, superhero movies, but that's just because Disney is the corporate overlord of the world, and they're gonna destroy cinema, and they are destroying cinema. But that's, those don't count. Superhero movies don't count unless you count Spider-Man 2, which is the best superhero movie, and I'm talking actually Spider-Man 2, not the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the one with Tobey Maguire. That's the one, or one of the 3 ones with Tobey Maguire. Either way, the point is, I do watch mainstream stuff, but I never watched Star Wars. I never watched Godfather. Never watched. What I was just thinking of one that is very mainstream that I never watched, but mainstream stuff. But there's a lot of like really tiny movies that I watched, and liked it, because the thing is, there was a like 4 to 5 years that I was watching movies and specifically like looking for underground things, or like not necessarily B movies, but unknown movies. That, speaking of which, another movie that I really need to watch recently, Jojo Rabbit. Need to watch that. It's not necessarily underground, but it's just not very well known or not very much watched. But yeah, because I was like looking for specific movies, and that's how I found things like The Moon. No, Moon, not The Moon, just Moon. For example, Moon is an amazing movie, just really, really good, really good. Moon is great if you like sci-fi, and if you don't like, if you like sci-fi not for the fantasy aspect of it, but just for the ambience, really great movie. My top 5 movies of all time. Number 1, An Affair to Remember. I have no idea. Number 2, Godfather. Never watched. Number 3, Mad Max. Watched the first and the second. Not the third, and not the latest. No, I might have watched the third, but not, like, more recently I've watched the first and the second. My favorite is the first. My favorite Mad Max. I never watched the last one, though, so. Number 4, Rebecca. I have no idea. And Gone with the Wind. Never watched. No, I probably did when I was a kid, because it shows up on television every once in a while. My favorite movies, probably Lord of the Rings, the first, the trilogy. My favorite. Second favorite has gotta be Alien. It has gotta be Alien. Because I just rewatch it so often. it's just I love that movie. It's just really, really soothing. It's soothing as in because it's familiar. That's, it's just a good movie as well. I would say Moon, definitely. I really enjoyed Moon, but I have only watched it twice. And I watched it back at the time when I watched it. But it just stuck with me. Moon is one of those movies that stuck with me for sure. Spider-Man 2, definitely, I like it a lot. It's just really cool. It was really fun. Again, the one with Tobey Maguire. And I really liked, which one was it? It wasn't Loopers. Was it Loopers? No, Loopers wasn't that great. It was pretty fun. Loopers was pretty good. But it wasn't. There was a movie that I watched back when I was watching movies like Loopers that I watched and I really liked it. At the time I watched like stuff like Shutter Island and Inception, Aviator. I remember I like a bunch of movies together, so that they kind of stick in my head. The The Descent, a really fun movie I watched at the time, but I'm trying to remember. It wasn't I think it might have been The Descent. I don't remember. No, it wasn't. The Descent is fun, but it's a horror movie. Really good. Yeah, I don't remember. There was one that I liked a lot, but again, very sparse. Mad Max, Alien, Terminator, seen them all at such young age. I was under 10. And the Poltergeist also peed my pants. Yeah, I think I watched Alien, bits of Alien, when I was like 10 years old or something like that. Of course, the game is a lot older than I am. The movie is a lot older. I say, of course, I'm not 40 years old or 42 by now. I'm 32, so yeah, I'm gonna be 33. Man, I'm old. But I did watch it, and there's also a relative amount of nostalgia, even for those little bits when I was a kid that I watched, because I didn't watch it all, but like those little bits are definitely part of why I like Alien, for sure. Why didn't you tell someone or anyone?
I panicked. By the time I awoke, her body was gone.
That's a reasonable
I knew Seridor was a respected member of the
response.
community. They'd never believe he was a vampire. I retreated here to the cabin to collect my thoughts.
So he's a vampire.
I suppose you must decide what to do. Are you going to kill me?
I'm not going to kill you.
Thank you. I'm happy you gave me a chance to explain.
You look happy. So I'm not going to kill you?
As you know, the vampire can't remain in sunlight. I'd wager that you'll never see Seridor outside during that time of day.
Did the writers... You're not vampires. Did the writers not know that vampires can be out in the day? Like me? Also, you're not vampires. It's blatant that you are not. Seridor's not a vampire.
I know about Seridor and his secret order. What better way for a vampire to hide than to pretend he hunts them? You may want to speak to Phintius at the first edition bookshop in the market district of the city. I know he goes there occasionally. I doubt that he's told Gillen and Greythroat anything, but you could always try.
Oh, at least you're not accusing Gillen and Greythroat of being vampires themselves. Have you heard any rumors in the meantime, besides what we're talking about here?
Someone told me that Hieronymus Lex is gone.
Yeah, it's fine. Goodbye.
Remain leery of Seridor. He's much more cunning than you may suspect.
Leery indeed. Also, he's not a vampire. It's fun to see the city from here. My favorite movie of all time is Donnie Darko. Don't know. This movie was so weird, it was actually brilliant. I highly recommend it to everyone. I have never heard of it. I kind of want to look into that, because I think I might have seen it or something. I don't know. Donnie Darko. Still too early. Need to wait a little bit. Hi. I come here on account of vampires.
What do you want?
I want to know about Seridor.
I'm not really at liberty to discuss my customers with strangers.
Oh, but you are.
Good day. I hope I can help.
Oh, yes, you can.
Seridor? He comes in from time to time.
Also, he doesn't pronounce it
Usually
normally.
it's when he's out.
Everybody else is
He
Seridor,
always
and it's
comes in with a
Seridor?
large amount of travel food in his bag. Then sometimes he buys a few books. I asked him once about it, and he said that he goes out of the city on business trips. I think I overheard him once mention Memorial Cave to another patron of mine, but he never talked to me about it directly.
Memorial Cave.
Yes, it's outside of the Imperial City. I heard it's a place where many of the heroes from past wars are buried. Sort of a subterranean graveyard. I just assumed Seridor
Subterranean graveyard.
died and is buried there. Not many people go out there anymore, as the route is dangerous. But Seridor's a stubborn one. Takes integrity for a man to risk his own life
he
in
says.
front of the fallen. I admire him for that. I looked it up once in an old atlas I had in stock. Here, let me mark it on your map.
in an atlas. For sure. You don't even call it a name of a Daedra. It's just an old Greek god. Have you heard any rumors in the meantime?
If there's a complaint about a merchant, speak to Venetia Milicea.
Yeah, she says it doesn't matter, but it's fine.
Good day.
You too. We have a dungeon to visit. And we are in daylight, not be- Oh, it's over there. In daylight, not being burned alive. Was it that hard to write catacombs? Or to know what catacombs are? Sometimes, like... There's one particular writer, at least, that doesn't know what compatriot means. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they just blank as writers. I don't know. I don't know. They fired. I'm sure they fired all the writers that wrote Morrowind and just rehired other writers, because they do that even to this day. There's not a lot of senior people in Bethesda. They just work a lot with. They have a high turnover. Even like marketing people just keep coming in and going out. Oh, we're here. No Nernreet. You never know. Memorial Cave. I have entered Memorial Cave. It's now being used as a vampire den. Apparently. I need to see if I can find Saradur in here and put a stop to his charade. How can I tell that it's being used by, like, a vampire den? Also, he's not a vampire. Oh, it's necromancers again. Oh, at least he's not a zombie. He doesn't look like a vampire. Well, that's a vampire, all right. I don't know where they went. That's the weirdest strategy ever. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. Jesus Christ. A dark shirt. Hi. Vampire Nightblade. You can see it in their eyes. Their facial features that they're vampires. Short Sword of Cold. I'll take that. Jesus. Take all the torches we need to see. Psychological thriller, but by the end, it's so weird that you will either feel like a genius and have it all figured out and probably be wrong, or you will be like, what the fuck? It sounds like a fun time. I watched Sixth Sense, and somehow I avoided the spoiler in Sixth Sense, and I figured it out. I figured the Sixth Sense spoiler out. So I feel I am a genius. I am objectively the smartest person on the planet. Also really lucky, I suppose. These guys are really, really weak. Those guys are not, though. These wraiths or whatever they are, they're super powerful. And down you go. Oh, there's another vampire coming in. Down you go. Okay. Hi. What are they called? This is a monk. Ooh. Master Forge gauntlets. 45 armorer. That's a weird thing. A night blade. Glass short sword. That's pretty good, actually. Huh. Zombie. Not a corpse. A zombie. Sixth Sense was a great movie. If you want to see one of the best thrillers ever, watch Don't Bother to Knock. Ooh, that sounds ominous. I've never watched it, I don't think. Don't Bother to Knock. skeleton out here. As vampires do, you know how it is. Vampires and their skeletons. Not their actual skeletons, rather the skeletons they have. It's different thing. Oh, I think maybe they just usurped somebody else's grave, not grave, somebody else's casket or coffin, and just laid their skeletons out and about. Which is highly improbable, considering that skeletons don't work like that, but still. You're not gonna count for the Let's Play. Those don't count. They're irrelevant enemies.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
It's not a fight that I want. Whoa. They have the best shoes, by the way. They have really good weapons as well. This rate, I won't have enough carry weight. Or mana. The first vampires were really weak. These ones are getting a little bit harder. Good. Don't have enough magicka to heal. There are enemies nearby. I can do something about that. Strong portion of sorcery. That's what they're there for. More ghosts. Oh, that's bad news.
Oh! No!
There's a lot of ghosts, unfortunately. She had sandals on. Ow. Good. I don't know what happened to the other one, though. Hi. It's really good to have the secondary attack that I just used. Because that does a lot more damage. It just takes a little longer to apply the damage, so I use it every once in a while. And it serves as a nice buff. I think there might be fire Atronax or flame Atronax at the back. Collecting all the bone meal still. Can never have too much. Yep. Vampires and their skeletons, I tell you. It's like the level designer couldn't think of a better way to make a vampire cave. It's not a flame atronach. It's a corpse that is on fire, which is ridiculous. But there is such an asset in this game. Dead captive. For a moment there, I thought maybe it was Saradur. Of course, it's not him. Why would vampires kill their captives? Oh, there's a key for the cave. I really can't... That's Saradur!
Did you really think that I'm surprised to see you here? I let you find me. What better place to get rid of you than all the way out here? No messy bodies left behind. No evidence. I was sloppy last time with Roland's lover, and I won't make the same mistake twice. After I'm through with you, I'll find Roland and finish what I started. I knew hiring you was a mistake, but I had to keep up appearances. The
You
damn
really
order
didn't.
insisted we get you into the picture. I think after I'm done with Roland,
Oh, you
Gillen
did.
and Greythroat will have to be dealt with. Quite a list of things to do, wouldn't you say? Well, enough of my monologue. Time to feed.
It's only a monologue because you want it to be. Also, you're gonna die. Oh, nice conjure things. Yeah, that's what happens. I have slain Saradur. I should return immediately to Roland's cabin and give him the news. He's not a vampire. He's not a vampire. Come here. Come here. Show me your face. Show me your face. Your face. You're not a vampire. He's not a vampire. He doesn't have vampire blood or vampire thing. He does have very good things. But did they forget to make him a vampire? Real good stuff that he has. I'll excuse your nakedness and avert my eyes. I don't know what to say. I truly, honestly, don't know what to say. He certainly likes corpses, so maybe he's a necromancer or something. As well as a vampire, I think. Or maybe the game is just pulling my leg and being like, you know what? Screw you, Colonel. Screw you. Which is not necessarily something that I'd put beyond the game. I really need to level my armor up. My armor up. Anyway, let's make it back. We've done everything that we had to do over here. That was that. Vampire cave full of nothing. I mean, full of vampires for sure, but very easy to kill vampires. Well, I say very easy to kill. They are vulnerable to fire, as am I, but they're vulnerable to fire, and so they die very fast with the thing that I have for fire. That worked out. Back to the cabin. Lovely cabin. It is a pretty good place. Oh, it's locked. Was it locked before? I think it might have been. Is he the vampire? Oh, hi. I can barely see you, my dude. Hi.
Do you return triumphant?
I think so.
I hope you're here to bring me good news.
Good news.
Horrid creatures. I hope we never see one in the Imperial City again.
You're seeing one right now, but the vampires. But I do bring good news.
He's dead? Oh, thank goodness. I feared I'd never be able to leave here, or worse, that he would come for me. I can finally return home. The ironic thing is that I think the Order of the Virtuous Blood should continue its work. Perhaps I'll speak to the others. Yes, I think that the Order will live on. Give me time to make arrangements and meet me in Seridor's basement.
Seridur's basement?
Let us never speak of that abomination again.
Okay, the Order's basement then.
I'll see you in the Imperial City.
You too. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Over through here. Anyway, let's go to the Imperial City. Bounty is still 0. And I can go to the Arboretum. I was in the Arboretum. No, I was not. Arboretum is this. I was in the other one next. Over. The other one over. What are they called? Temple District. And he's here already. We just teleported, but he's here. I wonder why the marker was sort of pointing sideways there. This is a lovely place. This one is my favorite. My favorite district. I really like the gardens as well. Or not the gardens, the castle area. Hello.
It's so good to see you again. I've spent a good deal of time speaking with Gillen and Greythroat. They agree that the Order should live on. Not only that, but we'd like to make you an honorary member. If you're ever in need of our services, we'd be happy to provide them for you. In addition, we'd like to reward you with this enchanted ring. Use it well in the fight.
So you hunted your member out because he was a vampire, and then you made me a member even though I'm a vampire. Well, you don't know I'm a vampire, but...
At least there are a few less vampires in the world now. Well done. But there are more of these creatures that still roam Cyrodiil. If any of our books can help you in the cause of destroying more, you're welcome to read them. Since you're an honorary member of the Order, if you bring back proof you've slain a vampire, we'd be glad to compensate you. Bring back the vampire dust from their remains. That should be proof enough.
I tell you, Ceradur didn't have vampire dust. Also, it's a few fewer vampires. Although you wouldn't say a few fewer, you would just say fewer, but still.
Let us never speak of that abomination again.
But he didn't have vampire dust. Also, you hate me.
Excellent. Another vampire has been slain. Here's your reward.
How much do you pay me for that? How much? 250 for each?
Excellent.
I think so.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
That's good.
May the sunlight always safeguard your path.
I think I have some vampire dust back home. I hope I don't... It's fine. Ooh, this is mine now. That's very generous of you. I'll steal all the things. Immortal blood. So, dudes...
What can the Order help you with, sister?
It's Ceradur.
He was a traitor.
He was not.
Thanks to you, the Order lives on.
Maybe.
Long live the Order.
Mm-hmm. Vampires don't live long.
Touching a vampire, or even the corpse of a
Yeah, it's true. You can contract porphyria,
infection.
hemophilia, by touching a vampire. Opening their
If you
inventory.
want to know more, browse our library.
Mm-hmm. What about Roland Genseric?
I'm pleased to call him brother.
It's good.
Be ever vigilant. Vampires are creatures of deceit.
You don't even know.
Yes, sister?
I'm a vampire.
I'm afraid there isn't much more I can tell you. Perhaps one of our books can answer any more questions you may have.
Perhaps it might. What about Ceradur?
I'm astounded that the very thing we decided to fight turned out to be in our midst.
That's true. Roland was the thing that you wanted to fight.
He's a fine man and an honored brother.
Okay, well, you all hate me for days.
Vampires are clever, so watch your back.
I really don't understand. You are dumb as bricks. Anyway, that was that mission. Good stuff. Ooh, I can access all the things here in this house. Excuse me.
For the love of Azura! I didn't know Ceradur was a vampire. I swear.
Who are you?
I serve Roland now. Please, accept my apologies for my error in judgment.
I don't even know who you are. Also, you're going to bed, which is weird. But it's fine. He's getting back up immediately because he hates me. Also, well, he doesn't want me here. Okay. Let's see. Oh. We are waiting until daytime. Because we want to talk to people here in the Temple District. Also, I don't want to have a torch out. Also, I want to sell my stuff, but it's fine. So how do I want to do this?
Are you not feeling well?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Our sister returns to... I heard that thieves broke into the...
Yeah, these guys don't have anything.
May the sunlight always safeguard your path.
Amantius Electus's house.
You know, I saw your fight against the Grey Prince. Nobody thought that orc could be beat, but you showed them all.
I did indeed.
Yes?
And he loves me.
Goodbye.
Why does this door need a key? It's very suspicious. Maybe he has a key somewhere up here, although I doubt it. I doubt a key even exists. It's probably a door that doesn't lead anywhere. And you just mark it as needing a key, and you don't need to worry about it.
Greetings.
That dude looked like a vampire. The one that we met upstairs, the dark elves do look like a vampire a little bit. There's blood down here, and access to the temple sewers. Well, I guess we're going down into the temple sewers. Which reminds me, I should have gone to the other sewers as well. We're gonna do that. People already. Goblins. Well, that's a powerful shaman over here. Oh. Wow. Got killed. Okay, I need to be careful here. Probably can avoid complications. There it is. There's also ways to get into the sewers from just outside. Thank you for the follow, Vita Shore. Welcome to the stream. But now they're not going to be here because it's randomized. They should be somewhere in the map, though. Oh! Still in combat, though. Somebody else is fighting me. Somebody who detected me from miles away. Good. Oh. Took a little while longer to die. Sometimes they do that. Get me that lettuce. Still in combat. I mean, it's a different combat because I think I stopped. Oh, it's a crab. Lettuce is all over. This gate doesn't open. It's probably where the enemies are. It is not. That's that gate, isn't it? Was it open already? It is not. I don't know where that leads to. Oh, it closes the... Oh. It closes the gate that I came through. So... how do I get in there? And where does that lead? Southwest Tunnel. I don't know what that means. I'm going there. Talos Plaza sewers. Okay. We have not been here. Talos Plaza sewers. Temple sewers. Pretty dangerous these guys are. This guy doesn't follow me. It's not necessarily the best strategy. Only one shaman so far. And he dies. Can't save. Nope, can. For some reason, you can't save for a little while after combat. And you also can't save during combat, but I think it's because of the way Bethesda engineered the save system. Not so much from a design standpoint. I think it's just like they couldn't save the AI state. In Morrowind, they could. In Morrowind, they save the AI state so you can save midway through combat. It's a very dangerous opponent. Good. It is weird that they can't save, though, the AI state. They just decided not to engineer it. Because they probably could arrange for it. It's not that difficult. I mean, the problem is the problem was the consoles, really. Because the speed at which you save had to be optimized. Because quick saves were always very fast, even on bad computers. I don't know on the consoles, though, but the quick saves were always very fast in this game. Which, it was very impressive, I felt. Having grown up playing Morrowind, where even going from one place to the other in the overworld is an involved affair. Because if you travel too far, you get a loading screen in Morrowind. And it can easily last like a minute. Or it could easily last like a minute. I think it was, hi. It was RAM dependent, I think. Because the moment I got dual channel, dual channel memory in Morrowind, the loading screen just became a lot faster. Oh, that's bad news. Okay. Still in combat, though. We found Orcish Greaves. The first time. The first time we find Orcish equipment. I mean... just a bunch of these chests. Dwarven Greaves. Those are common. Or more common, anyway. And that opens something. Not really sure what it does. Oh, it opens the other gate, of course. Which means that this has been thoroughly explored. We still have the southern... These are just the temple sewers, so we still have the southern tunnels that are big. And I'm not really sure what they are, or how you get to them. They might just be intersection points, because I think the sewers are connected through little tunnels like this. So you can't get to these from the surface. You just get to them from the sewers themselves, and they connect through these. Which is a bit of a needless complication, but it's a nice nice delineation as well. And the temple, I'm now realizing the temple sewers don't actually have that many entrances. They only have that one. The temple sewers are only accessible through that person's basement. Curious. Yeah, we're gonna need to figure the sewer system out, because we're gonna need to go to the other ones as well, because otherwise we're never going back there. To the Market District sewers. No, I mean we've been, but we didn't fully explore it. Hi.
What can I do for you?
Nothing.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So let's go to the Arboretum sewers. Does the Arboretum actually have sewers? Yes, it does. Southeast tunnel. Oh. That tunnel? Curious. That tunnel has sewers. Or, the Arboretum does connect to the tunnel, I should say. Just talk to these people.
What?
Just in case.
Good day.
They have anything new. You never know. Save the game. Stick to the left wall. That sounded ominous. Unless, of course... Oh, that's bad. Unless, of course, you spot... There we go. Spot small rooms. Oh, stop bringing me with you. And we have been here before. So there's the waterfront. but not specifically the Arboretum sewers. Those don't seem to exist. Interesting. There's vampires down here. Because we're beneath the Bloodworks, so they just lick the walls. Apparently. It's a thing that vampires do in this setting. And I'm over encumbered. Which I'm fine with. Because I have spells that make me less over encumbered. Also, I've been here, so I might not even have to explore this too much. I shouldn't be opening these things. Okay, the palace sewers, the market sewers, the southeast tunnel that we've been to. So yeah, basically just go to the market sewers and make sure I've been everywhere. I have not. I've never been here at all. Not that I expect there to be anything interesting, but, you know, it's just sewers. Sometimes there is. Hello. Sometimes you find the quest. At least in Morrowind you do. You should go to all the sewers in Morrowind. Because usually there's a quest in there. Quest or two. Specifically in VVAC. Actually, the sewers only really exist in VVAC. But there's a couple of places where you're gonna find surprising things. Some good things. This leads to the best defense basement. That was my fault for not seeing that when I was there, because I have been to the best defense basement. Seriously? You're just gonna stand there? What's that?
Your presence here.
Your presence here. You start with that. You can I can never take you seriously. I don't even know what he was gonna say. Will not be tolerated. Is against my religious beliefs. Offends me greatly. I don't know. Ooh, dryad saddle thingy. Hi. Ow. Yeah, you're dead. Glass arrows. Shooting glass arrows at me. Some good stuff in here. And I'm over encumbered again. So the Grey Cowl comes to the rescue. Grey Cowl of Nocturnal. I don't even remember what I was wearing before. It's a lot of carry weight already, which is good. We really need the carry weight. But it is also surprising because I don't have that much strength. In Morrowind, it's super important to have strength. How am I doing this? Sticking to the right wall? Sure. This leads to the north tunnel. Probably. We're gonna figure it out. And in the both of those lead to the north tunnel. In the sewers. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I forget. Forgot that the gray cowl lets me see life in the distance. It's a pretty good thing to use while exploring. Not necessarily while doing quests and whatnot. In the sewers, there's more quests that we're still gonna do. There's one in the main quest, I think. Or is it... There's one that's, like, special. I remember one. Is it one of the DLCs? It's the Dark... I thought it was the Dark Brotherhood. But it clearly isn't. So that goes to the Market District. Again, we did a bad job at exploring that. We got enemies down there. Hiccups as well. That was more of a burp than a hiccup. I do apologize.
I'm just warming up.
Yeah, you are warming up. That is an unfortunate thing to say when you're being set on fire by a vampire. Oh no, ghosts. Fortunately, the ghost is dumb as bricks. I don't know if the ghost is actually my enemy or a summon. It is a summon. Yeah, it's the ancestral ghost. They, the Dunmer can cast it. That's just an innate ability of their race. And it sucks. It's just really bad. The main ingredient basement. I wasn't here, apparently. I mean, I was. Just didn't see the little thing. Okay, moving on. You have somebody else over here. That's how it goes. Arrows of flames. It's pretty much devoid of anything. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Good stuff. And now we can go basically to the Imperial City Market District, because I need to sell things. I do need to be careful with the gray cowl. I already have a bounty of 500. No, it's the gray... It's fine. It's not... we don't have a bounty of 500. It's fine. It's the gray fox. That's the one. I was trying to think of the name, and I kept thinking Gray Cowl. It's not his name. But the gray fox has a bounty of 500. But the moment we remove the mask, we can equip whatever I had before, which I don't remember. Mithril helmet? That doesn't sound right. Suppose it was. Suppose it was. We leveled our armor up, very important. And now our bounty is back at 0. Unfortunately, our carry weight is prohibitively high. We have a fix for that, don't we? Yes, we do. Instead of being bothered by coming back and forth. Which is what I would have to do. Dump things and risk people picking it up and reloading.
It is good to...
And just going through a bunch
Only quality goods.
A bunch of a hassle. Only quality goods. See what quality goods I can sell you. Blade of Woe. Man, that sucks. Man, the Blade of Woe sucks. Arrow of Immolation. That does tremendous. Those are immensely good. They do 50 points of damage on in 15 feet. That's a fireball. That is a good deal. Those are immensely good. Elven bows.
That's it. You've made a...
Elven dagger.
You got a great...
Short sword. Glass bow. Short.
An excellent...
Glass dagger. Drain Magica. I mean, it's good.
That's a good deal.
These are just Drain Magica weapons.
You drive a hard bargain.
Short Sword of Cold. That's immediately better than our current one. But the Blade of Woe is a unique weapon. So I'm keeping it. Chainmail gauntlets. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Excellent bargain.
Elven boots. Actually,
Another...
I need to look at my armor over here. Because I have elven stuff now. And, I might want to use some of this stuff. If I had a elven helmet,
Please, it is good.
That would be pretty good.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices.
But I
in all
don't.
Tamriel. That's more... That's a good...
Fortify armor. I don't know how the fortify armor works. I don't think it allows you to have the perk. It definitely doesn't. Otherwise, I would have seen something else. So I'll just sell those. He doesn't have enough money to buy all of these. Or that. Or that.
A good That seems a fair price.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ebony long sword. Very expensive. Okay.
Please.
Lots of money that I made. And also we've been everywhere. Which means we can go to the Temple District again and continue doing the rounds. Because I need to. So how...
Greetings. What do you want?
Have you heard any rumors?
I heard that thieves broke in...
No.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So we got into Salmon Gillette's... No, Amantius Electus' house. Yeah, we did that. I think that door will lead over here, but that door doesn't lead anywhere. That door that requires a key, that's a fake door. I don't know what they wanted to do with it.
Renee Gionette. My husband, Salomon, has a court commission to compose a symphony.
Oh, you're the one, the wife of the one. Have you heard anything of the Imperial City?
It's so sad. Salomon was to compose a symphony for Uriel Septim, to be performed for the whole city in the arena.
That's an interesting side quest there, or a side storyline. It's not really...
What?
It's not really explored at all.
Take care.
They even had a dog called Charlotte, as dogs are called. Charlotte is not a good name for a dog, I would say. I don't think there's gonna be anything up here. I mean, I might as well get these. Ooh. That's what I'm doing. Getting Nern roots. Nern reet
Good evening.
out of everybody. Because some people have them. One of these days I'm going to get into a basement and open some locks and there's going to be somebody in the basement being like, what are you doing here? Stealing all the things. There never is anybody in basements. So that's why it would be a surprise.
Hello?
They're just talking to each other. Being really awkward. Saradur's house. Now we've been here.
Welcome back.
He doesn't talk to me. He just, welcome back, and then goes away. Really weird. That's really weird. What time is it? It's good enough. It's good enough time.
Feeling well.
I am really not. Oh, nobody saw me. I think. Not really sure. There's nobody here? Stentus something or other. This is one of the corner houses. There's some houses around the temple in the center. I'm not really sure what they're doing here. I mean, I'm always training lockpicking, which doesn't matter. Private quarters. Is this the house that I stole things from? It feels familiar. I don't remember. There was a house that I made that I had a mission in for the Thieves Guild. A little bit of gold, I'll take that. Locked very toughly. But it's pretty obvious that there's nothing here of import. At least not hand-placed. And there's nobody here, in fact. It's really weird. Maybe they're out and about. Maybe they're just going around in the outside world. So we came in through here, and there's still these houses. Roland Jurensix's house. Wait, we've been here. Yeah. Jimhad's house. Of course, nothing here. But more importantly, nobody here. They gotta be the people that just go around during the day. They gotta come from somewhere. I mean, in this game, they gotta come from somewhere. Just a bunch of upturned furniture for reasons. There we go. All I need is the Nun Reet anyway. And the quests. No Nun Reet over here. Or anybody again. Some interesting equipment. And that's that. It's one of the corners. Let's do this one. Luronk Grog Grusmbraden.
Hey, stranger. Can you spare a few coins? I've just been shaken down by that bastard watchman, and he took my last septim.
Take 3. I have plenty to spare.
Blessings of Akatosh upon you.
So tell me about this corrupt Imperial Watchman. At least I think it's corrupt. Unless you're not supposed to pay taxes?
The bastard took every coin I had with me. I don't know his name, but I know his face. Ruslan and I were shopping at Jensen's when he accused us of stealing. We turned out our pockets to prove we were innocent, but he didn't care. And we had to pay the fine, or he was going to march us off to jail.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Why didn't Jensen report him?
He's shaken down most of the shopkeepers in the market district. They're all too afraid of him to do anything. Jensen wouldn't even talk about it. Someone ought to do something about him.
I can do. Have you heard any rumors?
Did you hear? Hieronymus Lex was reassigned to Anvil.
Yeah, and he was also corrupt.
Take my advice. Stay away from the Watchmen.
I know. I know that all too well. I will, however, have to investigate your house. You see, for investigative purposes, it's important that I peruse your goods. Or your belongings, I suppose. It's interesting that I'm not trespassing on the middle floor, so he doesn't follow me around when I try to open these doors. Or middle floor, you know, the lower floor. Very hard chest over here. Yeah, and our security going up. Very hard chest, 10 gold. Oh, Oblivion. Hard chest over here. Iron battle axe. It's worth about 10 gold. It's not. It's actually worth a little bit more, but it's fine. So let's go deal with this guy. However, we're going to deal with it in the next stream. Because for right now, that's going to be that.
Oh, it's you again. Have you seen my friend Lorank? I'm worried about him.
Yeah, I just talked to him about the corrupt Imperial Watchman.
I don't know his name, but I'd recognize him if I saw him again. Lorank and I were shopping at Jensen's when he accused us of stealing. Even Jensen said we were innocent, but he didn't care. We had to pay his fine or go to jail.
Don't act like other fines are not fine. Don't do air quotes at me. Anyway, what can you tell me about the Imperial City?
You're very curious. Perhaps too curious for your own good.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm gonna keep a low profile for a while. Have you seen my friend Lorank?
Yeah, the Imperial City?
You're very curious.
That's curious. Have you heard any rumors?
I understand that Orthrelos isn't a bad man to talk to, if you need to learn how not to be seen.
Oh yeah, Orthrelos is pretty good. I'll see you later.
Damn Watchmen. I bet they're all crooked.
Yep. Yep, they're all crooked.
My ear, citizen.
No, I don't. And it's a damn good thing I don't. So, as I was saying, we're gonna do this quest in the next stream. So today is a Thursday. Well, actually, it's it's about to turn Friday. But it's Thursday evening for me. So, it's gonna be next Tuesday. The next stream is. And we're gonna do this quest. And then, 2 hours before now is when I start streaming. You know the deal. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Have a good night. See you later, Harry. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.